Good morning, world. Um, it's about 7:30 or 8 a.m. and I was awake for a while, and I felt myself going into I don't know what they're called. I guess it's a sleep, but I can feel when I'm not going straight to sleep, like when I'm going into a dream, like different things happen. It's so funny because just recently we were talking about um, experiences that you have when you're on like hallucinogenics or shamanic type of drugs and concoctions, and I had those kinds of experiences on a regular. So that's pretty much what started happening. I could hear like somebody running up and down the stairs, or what it sounded like beating, and I knew I was getting ready to go into like a trance dream type state, a lucid dream. And as a matter of fact, as I was going in, I was able to open my eyes and look at my hand move, but I was still already gone. I was not all the way in my body. And I had a dream about my baby brother, my youngest brother, who is still living, but we don't talk that much due to decisions and choices he's making in his life. Not my choice, but his. And so my other brother was murdered in '03. So I miss my brothers. Like, we used to be very close, and it was so funny. I almost woke up and wrote the tag. I just want to lay in the bed and cuddle with my brothers. Um, when things would happen when we were younger, it was like we would sleep in the bed together a lot. And, you know, especially me, because I had the kind of dreams that I was having now, where I would go into these heavy dreams that I couldn't pull myself out of, and I would get my brothers to sleep with me so that they could wake me up. And then when one of my mom's boyfriends would try to mess with me, I used to go get my brothers and put them in the bed with me and lock the door so that they would be around me so that he wouldn't come into the room. So they've been a line of defense in the, I'm about to tear up again. They've been a line of defense in both the physical and spiritual world for me. And it's so funny, I never looked at that until now, because I always see myself as the protector and guardian of them, because I was more cognizant of it. But anyway, I woke up crying. I was crying in a dream, and I didn't pull myself out of it because my baby brother was in the dream, and we were hugging each other. And he was getting ready to lay in the bed, and there was a knife in the bed for whatever reason. And I was like moving, and he was like, something, 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 something. And my other brother's spirit was there. I can't remember him physically being there. But me and my brother were playing like we used to, and wrestling and tickling each other, and just craziness. And I was just saying how much I missed him. And so some part of me must have needed to feel close to him, and maybe some part of him needed to feel close to me. There is no absence of love. There's an absence of relationship at this point, at least physical relationship. And so I woke up with tears in my eyes, and I could have pulled myself out of the dream, but I didn't want to. I wanted to stay there with him for a while. And it was funny because we were talking, even though we were adults. It was like, I mean, even though his body was like how he used to be when he was 2 and 3 and 5 when we were younger, and he was that size, and I think I might have been that size too, but I was still my adult self, because I think in my dream. So I was still aware of the dream. I was very much in awareness, and that's why I didn't pull myself out, even though I could have. And I was just saying to him that as an adult, I still need that, because I'm almost 40 years old in another 2 years. So it's just funny that I still want to cuddle with my brother. And I was thinking of him coming to visit the house, and us just laying down together, no kind of inbred stuff, no, none of that, no incestuous stuff, just laying together. And I don't know, it was intriguing. But I was crying, and he was like, "But you're dead. Like, but you're still dead," or something like that. I said, "Yeah, we're both dead, but we're also alive." And I don't know what that means. I think it meant, I know it was pertaining to the relationship that the reason why we're not talking because it's not really his choice. It's more of someone else's choice and blah blah blah. And so it was just interesting. It was like that person may have impressed upon him that the relationship is, over. But I was like, it's dead, but it's still alive. So it was just intriguing. I just wanted to more chronicle it with this video than anything else and come out and enjoy the morning light. It's just beautiful. There was some kind of bird speaking for a little while, but I guess it was like, since you got so much to say, I'll shut the hell up. Uh-oh, I guess I've been filming myself with the big face, whatever. But, wow, that was, shit, here comes this lady with these loud-ass dogs. It was something that I definitely needed to experience today. Something that I definitely wanted to feel and be aware of. And it's good. I'm on my rock. This is one of my rocks. Those are other rocks that I sit on sometimes. They're great tools for grounding. So I'm sitting on my big rock with my feet on the ground, really just taking in the ambiance and really enjoying the moment. Just hearing from my spirit, allowing the dream to do the healing work that it needed to do. Um, allowing the dream to, I don't know. I don't know, as I got up and I had little tears all in my eyes, but I needed that cry in my sleep. It was a good cry. It was a special cry. It was a very necessary cry. So I'm happy about that. Don't really have much else to say. I just thought it would be good to share. And I'm grateful. I woke up very grateful. I'm going to say this. I woke up very grateful this morning. I have so many beautiful entities and beings all around me, in flesh and apart from flesh. And I'm just so grateful for the doors that are opening, for the new people and beings that I'm going to meet and that are going to come into my life and that are coming into my life, the gates. Um, for me to go to another level in relationships and friendships and cosmic unions and things of that nature is really very large right now. It's a very high thing right now. So I'm really looking forward to seeing just the most annoying bark I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, but very, very intriguing what's happening right now in my now. I just recently listened to an audiobook that I really enjoyed. It was called The Power of Belief, and one of the things it said was go and tell no man. And and it's funny because lately I've been noticing that I like to share a lot, and because of that I'll tell people my plans, and their reaction and responses create frequencies that are often in opposition to what I'm trying to do. Like, for instance, I could tell a story and a person will frown up, and that sends an energy, or because they can't believe it, or like when you might be talking about a relationship and a person might say, well, that's going to be hard to find in 2013. That's like a counter spell, an anti-spell, an antigen, an anti-agent. I don't know if that's the word, but that's what's coming to my spirit right now. So we're going to throw that out. I'll look it up later and we'll come back to it. But it really begins to set up opposition, vibrationally alternate, which you control your ultimate point of focus and creation, but you have cellular stuff and emotional stuff that when those negative words come out, because of the program that you've been under for so long, it causes conflict in frequency. So I'm learning to shut my damn mouth and not share as much as I would like to share with people, not because I'm scared or I can't, but just because I don't really need that opposition right now. I'm in a very fertile place, in a very focused place, and I'm trying to fine tune that. And so, you just have to be careful. I'm learning a lot about crowds and who you hang around and what you hang around, and I'm really trying to draw in people who can sow into me in different ways, and that I can sow into. I come to serve, so that's never an issue. I come to serve, but just looking at minding my mouth a little bit more. Um, the potency of the seed is to be put under the ground. You do not plant seeds in plain view most of the time unless you're sprouting beans. Generally speaking, you put it underground, and there's a reason for that underground period, because underground keeps away the devourers. It keeps away the insects, or, well, I don't know if insects, but birds and different things of the earth that would eat that thing up. Is that a shroom? Look at that shroom on the ground. Yeah, y'all see it? It's right here. See that? Yeah. But it just keeps those kinds of things from surfacing and building up. Things that come to pluck up the seed. And just recently, I was told not to tell some people about some stuff I was getting ready to do. And I did share. And like right after that, some stuff happened. And I don't know that it was intentional, this person, because you have a lot of people who, in the process of wanting things in their life, they tend to look at, and judge themselves based on where you are. So if it's something that they want and they don't have, like people when they're not married, we've been taught this thing, so we'll look at somebody else and like, oh, I want a baby too, and almost have a jealousy or a resentment or bitterness, like, why does that person have this life and I don't? And that sends out frequencies in opposition to what you're trying to create. So I'm just being more mindful to shut my damn mouth. It's a lot of stuff going on that I want to share, a lot of plans that I have. And even with those closest to me, I'm learning to shut my damn mouth. Did you just see faces? Like people even that believe in you and support you, their cellular responses is not them responding, it's their cells responding, the program responding, the addictions responding. They tend to tune out or come against, not even intentionally, but what you're trying to plan and what you're, and because I recognize it so much, I get tired of like having to uproot stuff all the time. Like that's a lot of energy and effort to be like, what's that for? Why'd you make that sound? Why'd you make that face? That's just too much sometimes. Sometimes I don't want to have to go through all that. I just want to be able to create what I need to create. So I am going to start writing a lot more, writing down what I want to do instead of looking for people to share it with, and just minding the seed a little bit better till the plant comes up and it's deeply rooted and it's ready to be exposed to the surface when manifestation comes. Sometimes it's not good to tell people what you're planning to do. Well, I don't like the word good, but you know what I mean. It's just better to do what you're going to do. It keeps a lot of people out of the way. A lot of times I move by myself for that reason, because of the friction and the conflict that can be created when trying to bring other people into stuff. And I'm all for community and all that stuff, and we do have to work around it, and we do have to da-da-da-da, but we don't always have to work around it. Sometimes it's just best to do and move on your own. There's specific things you need to do, and you know how to get it done. Get it done. And you're never alone anyway, and especially me. I mean, all of us, but I'm aware of my relatives and ancestors and friends and tree friends and insect friends and sun friends. I know sun is shining on me now. Hi, Rod. Mwah. That's my baby. First love, eternal love. Rah, 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 rah. I am, I am, I am, I am a rah, rah. And on that note, I'm just going to sit out here in quiet. Hopefully no more doggies and people will come and disturb my worldview. But by me saying that, I've drawn more attention to it that's necessary, so there's no telling what's going to happen now. But all is well, all is well, all is well. I am in the sanctuary of the Most High, sitting in a church service with myself, me, myself, and I. And I'm sending utmost love and respect to all beings and entities, to all galaxies, planes, and dimensions of being above the earth, below the earth, and in the earth. I love you guys. I love you, brothers, the one on earth and the one in heaven. I miss you both so much. When I'm closing my eyes right now, I'm seeing stars and little dots and squigglies. So I'm grateful. I miss my babies. Those were my babies. They were like my babies. They were like my children, my brothers. So I'm grateful for the time that I've had with both of them, and the experiences and the growth. And I just send love to both of them. The one outside of this plane of time and the one within it. And I just pray that they're creating wherever they are and that which they want to create. And on that note, I love each of you. I thank you for partaking in this moment with me and being kin to me. I love you. Peace. My feet say hi. They love you too. And the ground says hi. It loves you too. Peace.